Okay. We're back with more Disco Elysium. Probably get another couple hours. I mean, this is way more reading. There's a ton of reading here. All right. 10:10 over and out. The static ends with a loud click, and everything is silent in the cabin. Pick up the radio again. This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? I need you to connect me to a civilian, a Sylvie. She may have reported a murder. Of course. What is her number, officer? Kim, didn't Gart give you Sylvie's number? Yes, hold on. The lieutenant takes a look at his notes. Her number is 005-1944-298. Received. Hold on, officer. Wait patiently. Lieutenant Kim slowly begins to tap a little rhythm with his right foot. Quite a lot of time has passed. Officer, she finally returns. I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Sylvie. Yes, hello. A female voice greets you through the static. It sounds like she's a million miles away from you. Sylvie, I believe we've met before. This is me, a detective from the Whirling in Rags. Oh, right. She recognizes your voice almost immediately. Hello, officer. What can I do for you? Was it you who called the police? No, not me. But why didn't you call? Didn't a corpse behind your workplace bother you? Of course it bothered me. I thought the union already knew about the corpse. What does the union have to do with anything? No one calls the police. You can hear her adjust the receiver in her hand. The union would get angry. What do you mean by that? You know, she seems to be looking for words. What the union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here. Wait, Kim, lowering the microphone. Is she speaking the truth? Is the union the law around here? Kim. Legally, no. In reality, yes. He looks around. Martinez is de facto policed by the dock workers union. Tell me, why exactly did you let a corpse hang in your own backyard for weeks instead of calling us? I didn't want to get in trouble with the others. Authority. Push her further. Show her the error of her ways. Let me get this straight. You ignored the law to save your own skin? I didn't know I had to report it. I thought someone would take him down eventually. Her voice breaks. Ooh. I don't do... It's a little late for tears, isn't it? Should have used them to summon the police earlier. You can almost hear the girl getting smaller on the other end of the line until she drowns in the static. Do you know who made the call? No. You can hear her regain control in the background. I honestly don't know. Kim. It was someone else, the lieutenant makes it out. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It might just take a while. Okay, next question. Okay, she's calmer now, probably because the focus has been shifted elsewhere. You quit your job at the Whirling. Why? You mean why did I leave the bar? You can hear her tense up on the other side. Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir. Logic. Success. Why not? Okay. Did you leave because of Gart? What? She stops abruptly. No, why would you even think that? He told me he asked you out. So you do agree that quitting your job because someone asked you out is an overreaction. Please don't bring Gart into this. It's none of your business. Perception, hearing, success. God, why can't you just mind your own business, she mutters. I've already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again. Have you seen my badge? Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law. And my badge is missing. Have you seen it anywhere? Oh, no, I haven't. Sorry. Composure, success. Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where is yours? Kim doesn't have a uniform. He seems fine to me. He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where your uniform is. Have you seen my gun? Please, no, not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective. She sounds beyond exasperated. I showed you my gun. When did it happen? You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating and... She stops hesitantly, not sure she should continue. And what? What did I do? You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. Yeah, pretty graphic. Drama success. Oh, those again. I've been trying to wean you off them. Off of what? You know, when you put your gun, your actual gun, on your temple and pretend to shoot your brains out. Off of that. People don't like that. Rhetoric success. I remember this. You were screaming things like, my brains are all over the walls, painting them red. I won't be seeing it because these are my brains. I can't see without my brains. Very nice visuals there. I should have killed myself. Why would I threaten myself? I mean, look at this world. I would love to stay. Okay, I don't know what to say. Me neither. Yes, but what just happened? What happened to my gun? No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns. It almost looked like you pawned. It almost looked like you pawned it, but believe me, I did not ask. I think I got everything I need. Thanks. I do hope so. Please don't call me again. She's ready to hang up. Bye, Sylvie. You hear the call breaking up on the other end, and then the familiar voice. Anything else I can help you with, officer? Ignore Alice and press the button labeled Saved. Cooper's Kinema. As always, it's DJ's Mesh and Flacchio, and you're listening to the Speed Freaks FM, bringing you the hottest, nastiest, and the most vulgar. Perception sight. A flock of seagulls takes off nearby, startled by the roaring radio. Kim Kitsuragi. Right away, the lieutenant reaches into the cabin and turns off the radio. He's not looking at you as he says, someone must have been messing with the radio, or maybe it picked up a random frequency. You wanted the prime line, right? Sorry, but I'll let him off with this. I wanted to contact dispatch. I'm done with the radio for now. End call. Let's pull out the toolbox. A metallic door slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized. Kim, take what you need, officer. It's not going to be a long case. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools like some men are. Take the red-tipped pry bar. The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand. Heavier than you think. Interfacing success. Easy, useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. Take the rubber-handed chain cutters. The handles are long and snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks, and ropes, especially belts. Take the hand-cranked flashlight. It's robust, weatherproofed, and well-made. Police issue, blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. Tap on the fuel preheater gauge. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat. Kim, there's no use pressing the heat button, he says, and jingles at his keys. It won't start without the ignition. Translation, we're not going anywhere right now. Run your fingers over one of the steering levers. The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle is so familiar in your palm. Close the door and leave. So, that kind of... reporting my badge missing didn't really help much. So we need to figure out who made the call, figure out how to pay for damages before the end of the day, find out who's in the union, track down the badge and the gun. So people of the union might know. Well, I guess like the guy. Oh, I wonder how the union boss element changes now that we know that the gun is missing. So I guess we can like choose to level something up if we wanted to. I don't even know what we would do. I guess we could level up either our Something that we're low in, or we should level up something that we're good in. Or I guess, there are different numbers. Oh, okay, so the numbers are based on buffs. So we have 2 minus buffs or 2 minus from buffs from items. Okay. Huh. Let's do that another time. So we got some tools here. Machine cutter, flashlight. Oh, the pen! That's right, we got the free pen. A handkerchief, the shift card, and an ampoule of ammonia. This is a quest item. You don't have to equip it to use it. Just having it in your inventory is enough. Okay. Let's... What else do we have? What else do we have? Oh, let's check out the trash. Let's check out the trash, because if we can get the body down and start an autopsy, then we'll at least have made pretty material progress. I didn't expect getting this body down would be such a thing. Open the padlock with the key. With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Inland Empire, success. Don't! Maybe you shouldn't. What? Just a feeling. A warning from some part of you. No, open the lid. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. Kim. We're just in time. The lieutenant peers in. This hasn't been emptied for over a week. Look under the boxes of carton. You see milk, an egg rest with one broken egg in it, some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows, the methodology in your fingers. You're used to this. Used to what, dumpster diving? No, searching for evidence in the trash. Dive further. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cream. Cereal. Cream. Cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however. Pick at the rags. Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers? You grab them. As the legs of the slime-colored jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air. Kim. The victim's clothes? The lieutenant smells them. Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, then they were removed while he was still in the early stages of decay. The lieutenant produces a black plastic bag marked evidence from his pocket. Drop them in here, officer. And bag the trousers. Kim quickly searches the jeans. Guitar mark brand blue jeans. Pockets empty, or emptied. He wore them with a belt too, a wide belt. The loops appear stretched, but he looks in the container. The belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here. Something slimy catches your eye. Reach for it. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus. Bag the shirt. This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more? Perception sight. The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye, but other than that. A towel, a mug, that's all. Alright, we should go to guard again and ask if he knows who put clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard, or that one. He nods towards the red-haired boy behind him. I'd advise against confronting that force. Yeah, maybe someone from the whirling might have been involved, maybe. Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash, the lid was locked, and this establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread. Okay. The lieutenant nods and then looks back into the trash container. I'm getting that mug. You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron. An antique? Only in its social sensibility. Take the mug. The man briefly glances at the mug, then returns his sight to the trash. How... is it really racist? Search the food waste. It's just slimy organic waste. Or, it's just organic waste. Cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels mostly, unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, what's this? What's what? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. Pick it out. A damaged ledger. Something larger, a clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes written in a man's handwriting. Officer, is that your paperwork? I don't know what this is. It is. Look, he points to the clipboard. The plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there. A miserable-looking slip of paper sticks to the board. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash? Ugh. I think I didn't want to be a cop anymore, so I threw it away. Well, he doesn't know what to say. Lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains just to be sure someone has not made it into the hands of the RCM's adversaries, organized crime and the like. There might have been police secrets in your notes. Okay, I'll do that. It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. He peers into the trash where soggy cartons and racks stink uninvitingly. Now tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we all finished? Tutorial agent. Some items, such as the lever you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and press the Interact tab and read your paperwork. Okay. The container sounds a muffled gong. And that's one thing off the list, Lieutenant. Off the list. The lieutenant sounds relieved. I think we got it all. Okay. Hey, look at that! We're making stuff work. We're making stuff work. Ooh, jeez, yeah. Alright, this is the ledger you found in the trash. It's full of notes written in a man's dense cursive. Have a closer look. Maybe it can be salvaged. So start keeping notes in the case. Interact! It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner. I think I got it. Right, what more do you need? A rubber condom stuck to the back? A graffiti that says defeated? I think you catch my drift. Inspect the clip. An aluminum block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil the tip worn down to nothing has been attached to the clip. Run your fingers across. Aren't you going to slice yourself? The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparking with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before. Perception sight. It looks like an official mark, made to be low visibility outside the right circumstances. Hey, Lieutenant, what's this? What? He looks lost from his own notes. He takes a moment to see it. That thing, it's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property. What kind of information? It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has the station number and address. The information varies by the date of issue. Logic success. Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved. How can I read it? Any capable light with the right wavelength will do. Like... all RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too. That means you can read it if you just turn the lights on. Thank you. The white papers. They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered with faint red lines forming paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files, commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, cramped up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly legible. What is in there? What are they about? Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to the missing pages and odd naming convention, but there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you. Logic success. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average. What do you mean? Is that all? That's it? The notebook is annual. It says 51 on what remains of the cover. A molten scrap of cardboard. Everything prior to this must have belonged to a previous volume. In short, there was more. Is 2 cases a week a good caseload, Lieutenant? Huh? He raises his nose. 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, unless you start making mistakes. 2 cases a week appears to have been my load, Lieutenant. I'm not sure I completed them, though. 2, he raises both eyebrows. That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you're making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me. I'm sure I've made plenty of mistakes. That's okay. We all make mistakes. The naming convention. Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins, yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. Conceptualization success. A title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from Snoop fiction and Vespertine cop show staples. Oh, and they're written in capital letters, too. Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. And yet, another yet, The Unsolvable Case. Others appear more lighthearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and The Murder at the Hookah Parlor. Even the rare article-free Collapsing Tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done later, once you're done inspecting them up close. Count the pages. I have to have an official case. Is there room? Or I have to open it. There's precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages breaking the cage into subtasks to accomplish. Logic success. Once all the tasks are complete, all the tasks are accomplished, the case is complete. Commit to paper using the pen Lena gave you. The tasks you've completed flow out of the kind green 8 pen into a brash freehand, similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple, a language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager. Conceptualization success. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place. Cross out the ones you've already finished. A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you. Interfacing success. You're a swashbuckler with that pen, Harry. And it feels good. Feels like completion. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for the detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case. Lieutenant, have you by any chance named our case? No, actually. Any ideas? Ooh. I mean, the hanged man is pretty straightforward. The Furies are at home in the mirror. That was right near the start. Let's do the hanged man. Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too, the hanged man. Good strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. He flips the pages of his notebook. I'm going to start calling it the hanged man. It's good we sorted this out. Kim, all my cases employ a naming convention similar to what we've used on ours. Kim, yes, how very childish of you. In your and my defense, almost everyone in the RCM uses the titular system, in addition to the official alphanumeric. Why is that? Kim, it's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution when the organization had little idea of how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves. I seem to have named a case the Square Bullet Hole Murders. Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one. He peeks into his notes. The man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out. What happened to him? Kim. Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident. Um, mm, mm, mm. Can I read the case files now? Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HBD41, then date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HBD41 12/01/17, the next world mural. Wait, HDB1? Weren't those officer precinct? Yes, your precinct number is 41. And HDB. Every last alphanumeric on your file begins with it, and these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials. Wow. We know that Dubois, just from our brief many worlds experience talking to the Union Man, we know our last name is probably Dubois. Logic really isn't the best faculty to have this conversation with, but it's the one you got. How long does it take to read a case? It takes about a half an hour to piece one together using the system you've devised. Where do you... I can revisit this. Let's browse the yellow papers. In the back you see thin, translucent copier paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red. All covered in boxes like marching armies. These look like official forms waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to the type of form. What type of forms are there? 3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls, and the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. Conceptualization success. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work. Field autopsy. A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in: age, sex, condition of internal organs. Station call. These are quite sinister in tone. They give a time and date for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing. Perception sight success. All in a print so small it could be considered downright cute. And misconduct fine. A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields. Rhetoric success. But they appear pleasantly vague. I close the forms. All that remains now is to fill these forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys. The rest of the sinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Look at the clipboard. It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back you can see the embossed letters RCN. Let's shake it. Something rattles inside ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment? Perception hearing. Success. And something small inside, light, made of paper or cardboard? Or dried flowers, perhaps? Logic success. Permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable materials that would get damaged if something happened to it. Peek inside. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it's not see-through. You cannot see to its center. How would I open it? With your hands? U4 size pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board. Open the hidden compartment inside the clipboard. Hey! The two sides of the board appeared slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off on its sides. If you bend the plastic on your knee slowly, the slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just, slide the drawer open. Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open. Wait, what? Wait. Okay, weird. What's inside? 2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard. Pick up the ticket stubs. 2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to a zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there too. Fucking kill yourself, you asshole. The words just cross your mind somehow. Who are they for? Who do you think? Pick up the card. Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue. Well, smell it. It smells of chewing gum, apricot flavored. Perception smell success. A touch of cinnamon, the end of summer. You think the label says Tutti Frutti. We open it. Familiar handwriting lines the insides of the card. Looped round letters in a woman's hand. Visual calculus success. A young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort, and a smile, you think. Although that's not something you can read from someone's handwriting. Harry, it begins. You're already reading it. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy. Your hand shakes holding the card. Every morning, when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step on the light rail and look back. Sparks fly from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon when I get off the 49 and walk back to you. You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I've met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it. Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear. Conceptualization success. Sparks fall like snow from the bow collector. A streetcar distancing. Item lost, damaged ledger. You feel the ledger slip from your hands, and you fall sideways. Did I die again? I hope I didn't die again. I had to read a lot of stuff that time. Ooh. Oh, late title card. Okay. Begin.
There is nothing.
Hey, wait, no!
Again.
Oh, okay. Nothing.
Nothing, sad brother. No treachery, just blackout.
Just lie there, passed out.
Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you, that's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering somewhere in the basal ganglia.
Who's that?
That's me. Blue eyes, that's me.
And who was that?
Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness he's grasping for it, still trying to hold on to the great sorrow slipping in the water. Slimy.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow. Because it's always there.
Thought gained. White morning. Breakthrough imminent. Perception smell. Success. Tell him, tell him.
Ah, yes, and in the olfactory system they call it the apricot chewing gum scented one. It's unhealthy of them to linger on it so, but as they say, what do you do?
It smelled so nice.
It didn't smell nice. It smelled like betrayal.
Was that the X something? The...
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing?
Yes, that.
Don't prod at it. It will start moving again.
Where is Voyager Road?
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause.
Hey, that doesn't answer the question. There was something about a bow collector.
Yeah, man. What was that about?
Enough. Just lie there motionless.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules? No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
I'm not coming back.
Oh, but you are. They're pouring something on you. In you. It's...
Perception, taste. Success. It's delicious. Cooper's kinema. Glowing lights on the dashboard emerge out of nothingness. Where am I? In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kutsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket. The air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin. Kim Kitsuragi. Drink. Water. The lieutenant is extending a small canister to your mouth. You drink. The water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes, and the darkness parts. Drink, he tilts the canister. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration. With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed to it. What happened? I should ask you the same. You were reading your paperwork, then you passed out. I carried you to my kinema to take you to a hospital, and then you came to. How long was I out? 10 minutes, maybe? I came in contact with the burnt-out ruins of the past, Lieutenant. Item gained. Ledger of failure and hatred. That does happen sometimes. He hands you the remains of your ledger. Rhetoric success. He replies with such understanding as if it's the burnt-out ruins of the past were an occupational hazard. Athlete's foot for cops. You drop this. Are you okay to proceed? Let's solve this case. Good. The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used both as an interactable and as a tool equipped in your hand for skill bonuses. Find it under the Tools section of your inventory. Many things are going on. Thought complete. Guillaume Lemillion. Bad news. Guillaume Lemillion did not become a cop. In 1938, he went on a tour to the Xinyao province of Safar, where he died of autoerotic asphyxiation. His body was found hanging from a decorative dragon tree in his junior suite amid drug paraphernalia, unwholesome objects, and the Sylvia Traynor single Wonderland skipping in the background. And yes, you can take this as a metaphor for the Revachol in the 30s, and also as a warning. +1 to pain threshold. Blood oxygen is boring. All psi learning caps have been raised by 1. Hey, cool. Oh, so... so when you are doing these... I mean, I guess it makes sense, but when you internalize these, you internalize these. Oh, shit. We did get 2 new ones. White Morning. You see yourself from above. You're passed out on the blue tiles of the hostel room 4. Even from this distance, you can see your eyelids flutter. At the mention of what? A great white object letting out its sweet smell. Like a lily of the valley. A little man's forgotten its name, but he still remembers the feeling. And look, he moves. The feeling animates him. He instinctively reaches out for the feeling's best friend, a bottle of Commodore Red. He puts on disco clothes and gets smaller and smaller. Huh. Gojira 1000 says, you unlock a variety of thoughts as you go along. Some are good or some are bad. Yeah, I didn't expect them to kind of be like permanent skills. That's interesting. And then the bow collector. -1 authority and -1 hand-eye coordination. Sparks fly. Oh, this is basically your connection to your ex-wife. Okay. Long, lonesome way home is probably fine to have. Alright. Tasks. Tasks. Read the watermarks. We can do that. Who put the clothes in the trash? We'll find out about that. And we got a new tool. The Ledger of Failure and Hatred. This is the same ledger you found in the trash, only worse somehow. It makes you think about the letter. How about the woman's handwriting? Okay, I guess we'll put it away. This yellow band mug. Like, what would we... It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? There's quite a lot to read here. Look at all that content. Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage? It's an example of prejudice. I'm going to use an example of what not to do. I'm going to push this in the face of every merchant I find and tell them, this is your inane ideology. The mug will be useful by denouncing it. I can earn political capital to mask my bad hustling, i.e. fraud and embezzlement. The mug didn't belong in the trash. It was a funny mug. Can't anyone just laugh anymore? Yeah, I'm gonna push this in the face of every merchant. This is you. You did this. You and your kind made this. So again, you dug it out of the trash. Why? It wasn't gonna offend anyone there. Why don't you just get back to your case? Okay, but I don't want to have it. I don't want to have it anymore. Okay. Let's take a look at the watermark. Kim, how do I turn on the headlights? He turns the preheater on, waits, takes out his key, and says, "Alright, ready." I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater. Press engine start. The dashboard lights up with orange glow. Rounds per minute gauges jump, and the engine of the Corpus Canina comes to life with a whining growl. Perception success, like a leopard waking up from its sleep, yawning and roaring at the same time. Press the button labeled Headlights. The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle. Kim, there you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now. Close the door. Doo-doo-doo. As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you. Kim, there she is, Revachol West. There's a note of pride in the lieutenant's voice. Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations. Look at the shimmering street grid. The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanima's headlights. Wait, look around you. A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears among the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry. Ah, Martinez. Where are we on this? Let's see. He takes the ledger for a moment and inspects it. Right here, he says, his finger near the top of the map, on a segment of coast jutting out into the great ocean. Seems nice. No, it does not, the lieutenant says with optimism. Look at the perforations. And there are many of them. They are divided into 3 separate rows. Tally up the different rows. The first row has 18. The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border and then some. Count them individually. Success. You count 216 perforations. Considering that nice, large number, a wave of pride washes over you. You can't say why precisely. What about the last row? The last row has 3 perforations. 3, that's it. That's it. Hey Kim, what do all these holes mean? Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They're your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look. Rhetoric success. Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do. It's meant. Kim, the first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered? Hmm. 18 years I've done this? That's what it says. I might have guessed even longer based on your age. And what did you do all those blissful years of your youth? Probably a boring office job. No shame in working a regular job, detective. Sometimes after a long day of doing this, I envy it. Let's move on. The next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see. Wow, more than 200. 216 to be exact. The lieutenant nods with evident respect. It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers. So I'm a super cop. Call it what you want. You are a valuable member of your precinct. Now let's look at the last row. Right. These are your confirmed kills. You've got 3 perforations there. That's not too many. For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock Quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident. It's obvious the lieutenant doesn't think very highly of these officers. But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for. How do you handle the strain, Kim? Kim, everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others. He gives you a meaningful look. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies. Like what? Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now. Maybe I should find a hobby. Why not gardening? You've already got the yellow gloves. Thanks for this. Okay, let's go. Right, I'll turn off the lights. You can now see your statistics on the journal page, right of the task description. Oh my goodness. Okay, we need to start putting some points in here. Conceptualization. No, but these are we're already pretty good at these. Let's get one. Let's put another in logic, and then Inland Empire seems like authority. Suggestion. Oh, let's do. Oh, we're already so low. Yeah, let's try a little suggestion. See if we can't grease some elbows, huh? Okay, we don't have a map. Oh yeah, here we go. Superstar cop, apocalypse cop, sorry cop, boring cop. Communist, fascist, ultra liberal, moralist. Good cop, bad cop, honor. Wow. Huh. Okay, what are some other things we can do? Let's, oh, I need to suppress the urge to throw up and approach it. So, literally, oh, shit, I should have upped my endurance. Oh, damn it. Oh, what? No, we had the ammonia now, right? So we should be good. All right, it's 1 o'clock, so the cafeteria part, the kitchen in the cafeteria is open. Oh, Jesus. That seems unlikely. Can we... Let's try. Let's pull out a form. Oh, we don't pull out. Read a case file. Okay, no. Well, I guess we can just try. It's gonna be bad. Oh, we used... Oh, and it didn't work. Okay, so... Okay, so that's the second time we vomited now. The ammonia didn't help at all. Nor does the wind right now. You feel the lieutenant pat on your back, rhythmically. I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You're facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder. Can we do something else? I think I want to solve something else right now. That's probably a good idea. Clear our heads. But before we can do that, he withdraws his hand from his back and looks you in the eye. You need to get your shit together. My shit is already together. No, it's not, officer. No. No. The lieutenant's expression is stern and impenetrable. He points at you. You will get your shit together. The hangman. For a moment, the hangman appears to smile. His lips are red like a clown's. Bitch fight! See, Bitches are at it. Bitches about to kill each other, I think. The lieutenant pays no heed. We should go and do something else. Give it a half hour, then come back when you've gotten your act together. You have received a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet in the bottom right and equip it. Man, that fucking stinks. Volumetric shit compressor. Your shit is apart, and it's rather unbecoming of a cop and a human being. It's supposed to be the opposite of that. Together? Compressed in a small area. To achieve a solid level of shit compression, squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30 minutes. Do something similar with the two halves of your brain. Talk to people. Maybe that'll help. Sure. That seems like a part of the game telling me that I should do that instead of trying to level up anything. Alright, let's go over here and like speedrun strats our way to getting our coat. Because we did have a coat at one point. Oh no! Oh, we missed it! Okay, rhythmic pattern. It calms you. Mammals like this stuff. What is this? Glad you asked. The junior researcher Walari Tal invented Eternite in the Varna Polytech Institute some 30-odd years ago. He thought it would last forever, hence the name Eternite. Sadly, the only lasting thing turned out to be the material's highly carcinogenic effect. Ah, damn it. Okay, so... God damn it. I've done this bit like 3 times now. Alright, so I need to up my perception and probably even my endurance. Oh, wait, no, yeah, we have a tool. Huh, fuck this shit. We got a tool. Held in my right hand. Tool. No. No. Damn it. Damn it. Okay. It's not a container, he says. Okay. Alright, we'll come back to this. I'm sure there's other shit I can do right now. Oh, alright, we didn't even get this box. We still haven't even left this area. We've just done... We've only done this area. That's great. The bookstore?
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
Hi.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
She stomps her feet to feel warmer. Is it okay if I ask you some questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What is your name? My name is Annette, sir. My mom, her name is Placence. She owns a store. She's inside minding the register or organizing the stock. The girl gazes at the window, then suddenly jolts, her eyes wide as if recalling something. Feel free to step in and browse our wares. And you're standing outside in the cold because I'm signaling that the store is open. She nods eagerly. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. Maybe I should have a word with the owner. Oh, no, sir. I'm happy to help Mom by luring in customers. She stands upright and smiles a little like a little soldier. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep me warm. Shouldn't you be at school or something? It's 1 o'clock. I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mom keep this place running. Isn't going to school more important than this? Mom says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mom says a proper worker is dutiful, and that's how you get ahead in life. You succeed. Compose your success. There is stress and unease behind those words. She's reciting etiquette. How's the business going? Mom says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed. Cursed in what way? Cursed in a way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go bankrupt. Exactly. But we've been doing fine so far. Yeah, I don't think they're real. Anyway, they shouldn't be, but they seem real. Anyhow, they said that these grounds are doomed for businesses. Yeah, I mean, capitalism mostly just doesn't work for people like that. Alright, bye. I don't really care about that. On the cover stands a very muscular man surrounded by flames. The book has a rose, a pistol, and a half-naked dame on the cover. The book is titled The Man from Hemdall and the Wildfire. This is a book about pate. This book, you don't really understand what it's about, nor does it seem important. A book about Bayadero culture. It promotes freedom and roaming upstream. A book about the future. The government reads your mind using radio technology. Well, this store is right next to the... Someone, maybe she saw something. Okay.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance.
Plaisance.
Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
Definitely not doing that. So you're the owner of the store?
I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Your daughter is the one standing outside the store, right? Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a good girl? Yeah. Wonderful. Did you talk to her? Yes. Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her? I'm not going to grade a human being. Come now, it's not personal. It's about proper sales practices and market research. She crosses her arms. Read the little girl. We're gonna read the little girl and I'm gonna die. So instead of paying the kid, she saves her money. She's securing her financial future out there. Rhetoric success. Such criminal behavior would not happen in more developed countries. In some more developed countries, this sort of thing is 2 felonies, child labor and slavery. Those countries will realize they've raised a lazy and spoiled generation. Her tone is decisive, not at all angry at the insinuation. Are we done with the jokes now? Yes, we've had quite enough fun here, right? Lieutenant taps his foot. Okay, subject. Apparently we're not going to ask her anything about the murder, so maybe we'll come back another time. Closed curtains. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
I'm going to examine the strange cage-like trinket. You see some kind of charm. An irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straws. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you. Encyclopedia success. From the looks of it, this is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams, curses, and other supernatural scourges. And who were the Seminese? Inhabitants of Ile de Fantôme, the Seminine Islands down south. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. Shopkeeper, what's behind your curtains? Nothing. Why aren't you browsing the books? She fiddles with her pendant. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? You ought to. Conceptualization success. She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you, urging you to buy more books. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become. We're going to pull open the curtains and expose the child slavery. Well, sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limit for customers. Her hand is closed around her pendant, her fingers nervously playing with the talisman. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous. What? She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't people just buy books like normal people? Man, this is different. I'm an officer, and I kind of need to do my fucking work, which is by going and looking into your goddamn back room. Why? It's not like anyone was killed there. She stops abruptly as her hand flies over her mouth, baffled by her own bluntness. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be so impolite. Just, please don't go there. I can't allow that. You'll only things much worse and unleash the powers. Savoir-faire success. The curtains do seem frail, suddenly. Not robust enough to contain a slippery darkness. Is this about the curse? Is that why you're afraid? No, it's just a storeroom for employees. I told you. Now, please, step away from the curtains. She's almost begging you. I don't care, and you can't stop me. I'll open them. No, she raises her hand to try to stop you. Please just talk to me, officer. Come here and let's talk this through before you do anything extreme. Rhetoric success. Talking is always good. Go see what she has to say. Alright. I'll ignore them for now. Also, let me get a... Can I fucking save the game, please? Because I don't want to... Yes. I don't want to fucking... open the curtains and find out there really is, like... I don't know. Evil back there.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Why are you so upset about these curtains? I don't want to know what's on the other side. I already told you, it's a storage room for employees. I don't understand why it's so important to you. Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn to the books. Drama success. She recites it like it's a poem or like she's playing a role she's grown tired of. Composure success. She's so tense it's a miracle she hasn't snapped you in half yet. If it's just a storage room, then why does it have a Seminese ward protecting it? It's just for decoration, she wavers under your gaze, mouth pressed into a tight-lipped smile. And then something breaks. Okay, fine. It's because this place is cursed, just like everyone said. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Are you happy, officer? Happy that you ruined everything? She closes her eyes and starts mumbling something to her pendant. Perception hearing success. Host of hosts, she prays, guard me in my honest business venture from the curse that lurks behind the curtains. How does the curse manifest itself? A shiver runs through the woman as she looks around in a dimly lit store. The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease eating at the very foundation. Her voice drops to a whisper. It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy. She peers at the curtains again. I'm a little confused. What does that mean? Everyone knows that all the previous companies in this building have sooner or later declared bankruptcy, and their malicious spirits are still here, feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements. There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, it sensed an eerie presence lingering. It's as if I was unwanted here. I could investigate, see if this curse is real. Most certainly not. I don't want anyone who's not familiar with the psychic arts to get involved with this mess. Stay away. Leave the spirits be so they can return to their slumber. Drama success. My liege, you know what this calls for. A paradetective. Convince her to let you investigate the doomed commercial area. Slither up to her, you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy looks like. Now, what if I don't want to lie? You're not lying. You're giving her peace of mind. The means are justified. Ma'am, I've come here to help. I've handled paranatural situations before. Are you sure? She looks skeptical. I don't think I haven't seen charlatans before. I have returned from the void, a paradetective from a long line of paradetectives. You're no paradetective. You look nothing like one, and you're clearly a drinker. Pardon me for being so blunt, but... Rhetoric success. You look like one. Kim, the lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook. I've had my share of drinks, but only because the spectral realm is parapsychologically taxing. How do you know all this? Here we go. Ooh. Your ward brought me here in the first place. The Seminese blood also runs through me. You're part Seminese? Oh, it means our meeting couldn't have been more mere chance. The hand of fate guides us. But I'm not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You are certain that you can help us and keep us safe. I can't allow any collateral damage to hit us. Just ask my partner Kim. He'll vouch for me. The lieutenant has not been listening closely enough. Oh, he mumbles in minor confusion. You've put him on the spot. I can assure you he is a police officer. Very knowledgeable. She shuffles nervously. If you promise, good officer, then... She pauses. You might be our last hope. Do you swear it? A hand on your heart. On my honor. Thank you, sir. A timid sigh of relief followed by a cautious smile. There's one more thing I haven't told you yet. About the entity. Do not act surprised. You know of these things, sire. Of course, the entity. And close your eyes. For I have sensed its presence. You have, she gasps. The entity takes forms of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you know she lives in the chimney? The chimney. Passage between heaven and hell, of course. Yes, that chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's enormous. She's barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains. God knows what she's doing there. Some unusual magic, I assume. She shivers. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. What is the source of this curse? Here's the key to the warded door behind the curtains. Take it. And please do return to me after you've looked around. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse, what you discover in there. Logic success. What you discover? Probably just some office space. Don't be scared. Farewell for now, book peddler. Thought complete. Volumetric shit compressor. Get your shit together. Get together. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where the police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts. All endurance white checks have been unlocked, and the learning cap for endurance has been raised to 4. Well, that's good. I got my shit together. Alright, yeah. Let's do this. Easy shit. Pull the curtains open. You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stares in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Seminese wards, your shadow looming over it, like an omen. Thanks, Boom Roasted. A small, terrified escapes from Placence as she tries her best to look away, her round face buried in her hands. Oh, no, it's not dark. Ghostly silhouettes of hairdryers. A vaguely androgynous portrait of a man. Looks like Guillaume Le Million, that hair poster. Warded door. A heavy door with missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. Unlock the door with the key. After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into the room. I'm going first. I'm a brave man. I'm a very brave man. I'm not scared of ghosts. I'm not eating bread. I'm scared of ghosts. I am eating bread, though. Sorry. I'm done. Finished my bread. That's a gym. Look at this. It's a gym. Oh, wait. Kim.
What is this place?
Looks like a gym to me. Yes, but no one's been here in ages. He draws a stripe on the dusty floor with his foot. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have the flashlight on us. Don't forget to take it out of your bag before we move on. Perception sight. A success. Some specks of dusk shimmer in a faint beam of daylight falling from the window. Other than that, the room is dark. Inland Empire success. An eerie feeling rises in your chest. What if there's a reason why no one's been here for ages? Kim. Yes, because it's closed. No need to look for the supernatural explanations where a banal one will do. Now let's move on, shall we? Yes, let me do that. What am I Ooh. Oh, that's me. Ooh. 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 Okay. Sand is dripping from a punching bag. Ooh, a shot put ball. I can sell that for money. The poster says, Citrus Fortis. The rest is worn off. Worn out wall bars. They look unsafe. A barbell. A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. Physical instrument. Success. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them. Visual calculus. Success. There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard. Look, Kim, it's a trap. There are no collars on the barbell. Kim, you're right, the weights may fall off. Better not touch it. What kind of bastard would just remove the collars? It should be a felony. Kim, it would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating. But it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore. Ooh, oh no, that's gonna be bad. Okay, well, good work everybody. We tried our very best. Oh, it smells like leather and sweat. Hachi machi. So it's just a gym. It's just a gym. Girl, it's just a gym. I guess we can tell her that this is... Oh wait, she said that there was like a curtain, right? Are we in the right place? Oh, these are stairs. Okay, I thought those were shelves. Okay, well, I thought they were shelves. This hallway is blocked by old window panes and debris. Wild animals stare at you in the dark, stuffed and mounted. A large demijohn full of strange liquid. Oh. Ooh. Airship rotors covered in spider webs. They remind you of blades. Okay, this is all just spooky shit, but... some money. A naked mannequin torso. A strange yellow color. But where are the clothes it used to display? Blue velvet. Soft to the touch. Moth-bitten. Okay, we're looking for the metallic curtain. Oh. Money, 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 money. Skis with slipstream printed on a laminated top layer. Steel rotor blades bearing a slipstream logo. Conceptualization. Looks like someone tried to reconceptualize their business here. I don't get it. Look, the skis and the rotor blades both bear the same slipstream logo. It seems likely that they started off making one, failed to turn a profit, and then pivoted to producing the other. And the question is, which did they start with? And which did it pivot to? That's a good question. Strange leap of imagination, and yet they still failed. How sad. Reality is ruthless. Oh, there's something here. Production schedule, filament memory. Huh? This cube-like crisscross of filaments feel oddly fragile in your hand, its intricate structure covered in dust. Silver tape on the side reads, Production Schedule. Note, this filament contains information that can be read using a radio computer. Okay. Oh, box. Box. Oh, there's more shit over here. Hey! There's a bunch of shit over here. There's a bunch of shit over here. This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer. Kim, a radio computer, says the lieutenant, watching you circle around the machine. Just sitting here without anyone in sight. He sounds surprised and a bit cautious. Reaction speed, success. What he means is these things cost money. Why would anyone just leave it behind? This is the REM Civic Radio Computer, model RC5120, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a REM compatible printer. Turn on the machine. The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal, stirring from its slumber, revealing a virescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch of the machine's central compartment is wide open. Look inside the compartment. It's empty, like a beehive without its brood. Some of the cables have been left dangling, disconnected. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment. Insert the production schedule. Like a smooth drawer, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking. Play. A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. The static gets louder, slowly, filling up the abandoned hall until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air. Why do they fucking call it? East Insulindian Repeater Station. Good afternoon, Fortress Accident en route to St. Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat, what is the production schedule? What's the production schedule? The filament you have inserted into the reader. Right, yes. That was a question. Have you inserted it into the core? Yes. Good. Please repeat the password. Logic success. Password. Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a human administrator involved. This is the police. Please open this thing. I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder Fortress Accident. Without filing a warrant with Lintel 1, I cannot give you access to this filament. I'm afraid we're not doing that, unless we want to wait a month. Now, can you please repeat the password? The voice in the machine asks. She sounds cold in the damp air. I don't know the password. Received. I will register this login attempt. Don't worry, passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later. Fortress Accident, is there anything I can do for you today? What are you, a machine? Or are you alive? Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old, and my name is Yvonne. Lieutenant whispers to her. She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid. Okay, but where are you? How do you know where I am? I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian Repeater Station. It's my job to know where you are, Forest Accident. As for me, well, some static, and then I'm sitting in the cubicle, surrounding by a wall of radios. Now please tell me if there's anything I can do, Forest Accident. That's all. Thank you and goodbye. I'm not gonna press print. I'm gonna fuck something up if I press print. Frequency fireplace. This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker, the mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. Conceptualization success. The whole thing resembles Kedron mosaic tiles. Very pedantic. Hold on, how do I know what Kedron mosaic... What? History class. Students with their textbooks open, studying the roots of our civilization. These aquarelle blue tiles look beautiful in the sun. What am I looking at? Frequency fireplace. Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some cryptic notes too, sparse and cryptic. Unclear what the radio frequencies look like. It looks like a cardiovascular system, split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced. course, the anatomy of the curse. Perhaps. The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart titled the Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants? They must have had a massive air width. These things don't come cheap. So who's the Game Master? Someone very important. Conceptualization success. A conductor for the hundreds of story threads that pass through the Game Master's frequency. If it's a game, then who's playing? Whoever decides to call into the call-in station, it looks like. A list of names under the station suggests people across 6 isolas would be playing. Mundi, Insulinide, Katla, Grad, Samra, and even Ilmara. There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off. My god. The lieutenant leans closer, his fingers tracking the maddening rhizome. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became. The cost of Airwith alone must have been huge. Exactly, he nods at the chalkboard, the calendar on his chalkboard, wiping his marker-stained fingers clean against his jacket. This schedule, I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding. What else? Nothing. It's just lines on marble, an echo from a time long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages. Whew! Now what is this? Project Dreadboard. Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board. Ooh, jeez, the drawings. I wish more games had this feature. And well, maybe we should play Hypnospace Outlaw because it does, but Hypnospace Outlaw has a text-to-speech function, so if you right-click on any bit of text, it'll read it out for you. Oh, that would be good, because this is a lot of reading. I think we got about 30 more minutes before my throat just dries up. These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of Welkins. You make out autumnal candle Welkins casting wax-based magic. Translucent Welkins with organs shining under their skin, and even Aether Welkins, hailing from vast emptiness of sidereal space. Drama success. You should adopt one of those Welkins as your persona. No longer a mere man, but a Welkin. One of the Welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however. It's Varahamira, a high Welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a Welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-Welkin races will be purged. The Holder, the Dwarg, the humans, and even the Headless Men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with Welkin. Green Welkin, Dread Welkin, and the High Welkin to rule them all. Kim, the lieutenant can't help but comment. An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures. One of them is a Welkin supremacist. Political commentary. That one has a great beard, too. Kim nods at the Welkin's facial hair. Well, enough of the Welkins. Photos. The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes warped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dread trees groaning under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlement on dried-up riverbeds abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. Encyclopedia. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers by boreal dwarg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. Electrochemistry. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world. A pinned postcard reads, The Heat Death Scenario. A desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as all becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe. Let's look at the schedule. This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily manim, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. Reception success. It looks a bit like an academic calendar, only much more brutal. Mini-Me stands for a mini meeting. It's a part of a bigger framework for managing work called RUN. Station 41 tried to implement it a few years ago, but it failed. What happened? As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region. Kim. The lieutenant looks at the frigid ice field of nothingness and concludes, looks like they didn't make it. Let's go through the notes really quick. Call in, tune out. Whirl untethered and heat death of the universe. The full text reads, heat death of the universe is the new black. Another note says, the biggest advancement in role-playing systems since the 30s. Okay, so they're trying to... Oh, what's up, my mans?
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
It's just a failed business. But what were they making? Yes, that is the question. The lieutenant takes a step back, steepling his hands, like he's ready to lay out a fine theory, crafted together like a puzzle box. It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games, only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers. Has anyone ever done that before? Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Grad and Messina, Königstein, places with industry. Not in Revachol West, among the ruins. But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an interstellary game before. We just don't have the technology. How are they planning to do that? Through call-in stations, he nods at the fireplace. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game. As long as they have a two-way radio. Chatbot says, inter-isolary. Oh, yep, that's it. Inter-isolary. Thank you very much. Then there's the game master frequency. That listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremony of sorts. Coordinating so many games would take a whole switchboard of people, possibly divided into sub-frequencies. What do you think happened to the company? No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the board. And this was a role-playing game. Indeed, those Vulcans are dead giveaway, he points at the chalkboard. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the Whirl board game with heat death thrown in. Super cool someone should give them millions of real immediately. This game is too good to be left unfinished. Wow. Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but... Let's see. I mean, I don't think it's a cheat. Curse is obviously not. The world is cold and lonely. This would keep it company. Let's finish it. A half smile breaks out on his face. It's too late for that, I'm afraid, he says, looking around in the derelict room. The pipes howl and a rat crosses the floor. Okay, he concludes. Let's keep moving. Okay, so that's two businesses. Oh, scribbled across the noteboard. Developers of the most advanced RPG in the universe. So there's this, was it Supersonic, the snow, the skis and the rotor blades. That was a company, this big RPG company. So we've seen those two so far. I got $2. The wind howls in from the coal chute above. Oh, big bear. Is that a fridge? Ice bear fridge. You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost and the bear's eyes are glowing red. The bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermied? What is this thing? It looks like a giant ice bear. The lieutenant doesn't answer. His eyes are glued to the animal. A sharp slice of light shines out from the mysterious belly door. Crack open the door. A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun. Relax, Kim, it's a fridge. Of course. Just a giant ice bear-shaped fridge. He relaxes his hand, his face bathed in the harsh light of the open fridge door. Let's take a look inside. The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand named Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge. Take the note from the door. You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets, keeping it on the door. What is a giant bear-shaped fridge doing in an abandoned cellar in the first place? Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge. He studies the light. He studies it in the light. So they tried to sell ice cream from the hyper carnivore? I know, says the lieutenant. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What's even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day. The lieutenant points to the red snaky cable running from the fridge. The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic. Examine one of the ice cream wrappers. A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge. Smell. Success. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate. Close the door. The generator? An ice cream maker defrosted and unplugged. The flashlight casts a strange shadow. There's a hidden doorway here. Oh, there is. Two rusty rifles are hidden above the piping. They look inoperable. Oh, Jesus, we could have got shot. Someone has snuck some busted guns beneath the ceiling. Oh. Hole in the wall. A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in. Where are we? Look around and... no, look, there's a hole in the wall. There is, yes, and it appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look? No, you do the honors. Sure, he nods a step closer. Okay, here's some more rifles. None of these seem to be working, and... oh, his hand reaches in, rummaging in the dark. An old Bell McGrave rifle. That's rare to find in such good order. Seems to no longer be functional, but still rare. Here. It's yours, officer. He hands you the gun. You found this place. What does this mean, a rifle here? It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come useful in the future. Where are we? It seems like an old bunker from the Revolutionary period. Look at all the rifles. He points up at the rifles under the ceiling. Must be an old weapons cache. Alright. Hey, look at that. They gave us a gun. Maybe I can trade a gun for my gun. Because I don't have my gun anymore. Oh, more shit. A frozen ice cream maker that's still running. Still running? Why are you still running? I got 70% of a dollar. Breaker box. Two cables are plugged in the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby. I don't have any reason to unplug these yet, but I definitely should unplug it before I'm done, I think. Intercom wires running into the breaker box. What is this? Up? Oh. Okay. I thought this was an apartment building. This was a good detour. Hey, I'm glad we did this detour. Okay, so that's... Let's see, what else is here? There's gotta be something here. A wall collapsed. It's inaccessible now. Gojira says, I'm spending all my time biting my tongue. So now it's to say, go look at this, go look at this. Oh, it's a furnace. A thick layer of cold dust covers the furnace, covering it pitch black. What is this, a furnace, Kim? Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney. He opens the door and gingerly peeks inside. No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire, only dead rats. Kick it with your foot. Ow! A hollow ring echoes through the furnace. Your toe hurts. That was stupid. Look inside the furnace. It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other near the smoke chamber upstairs. The echo is so prominent it's impossible to discern what the voices are saying or what's producing them. What are you doing? Asks Kim when he sees you climb halfway inside the furnace. I'm not sure, but I can hear someone talking upstairs. Wait, really? We should investigate to see if someone's upstairs. No, don't yell. Maybe it's the end. You're right, the rooms do look like they're connected, but malignant entities don't exist. At least not the supernatural kind. Kim always has to be the skeptic. Smear your hands with coal? Okay. Maybe you could paint something with the coal? Okay. Am I gonna yell? I don't know why I'm gonna... Oh, I did kick the furnace, so I guess I got a buff on this. No! Your dehydrated, hungover throat can produce little more than a dry croak. The chatter from the chimney continue on as before. He seemed to have made no impression on whatever's up there. And again, maybe it's worth actually trying something up there? Wait. But I can't go in, is what you're saying. Wait, oh, look inside. Look inside. I hear people talking. Okay. Well, I guess we can... So let's turn out the power. These things don't need to be on. Maybe that's why their company went out. These companies went out of business. Unplug the giant red cable. An electric sizzle. The room is slightly quieter now. Unplug the black cable. Something else close to you dies with a soft electric purr. Why did you do that? I don't know why I unplugged it. I do things without any reason. The lieutenant raises his brows but doesn't say anything. The electric distribution board now has one cable missing. Ooh, an insane mesh tub. I love to be insane, especially when it's in the membrane. So it seems like I could plug something else into this break. Oh, shit, there's more. Yes. A cellar window. People's feet shuffling on by the street. We never found this wire curtain. Homegirl was going on about a wire curtain. So let's see if we can't find it. The bear's eyes are dead and empty. Ice inside the fridge slowly melting. The power has been cut off. Did she mention the furnace, or is that just wishful thinking? No, the echo's still bad. I heard the murder of the hanged man talking. Wait, really? We should investigate. We should... Oh, let's see if someone's up. Oh. Okay, upstairs. Go upstairs. Okay, he made it clear. Go upstairs. I don't... Hmm. Okay, if we're looking, it would be over in this direction, right? Oh, yeah, we didn't go anywhere. Oh, yeah. There's still more. Safety curtains. An iron safety curtain curves before your eyes, folded like bellows. It covers half the room, blocking the way into the colossal industrial chimney. Inland Empire. This must be where the entity lives. This is directly above the central furnace in the cellar. The voices probably came from here. Hello, I yelled, but it didn't work. Again, your voice became a raspy croak mid-sentence. It's silent in the abandoned office building. No one answers you. Sire, might we suggest something? Think of the yelling into the furnace as your grand performance. Use your chest voice, not your head voice. Sing from your diaphragm. Physical instrument success. Perhaps it's not such a bad idea. Try it again, son. Oh, but I ran out of check. Okay, stop doing that. Stop doing that. The floorboards creak. Shoes in a puddle of melting snow. Does someone live here? Postcard La Delta 51. Oh, could I pry this open? Could I pry this open for some reason? Oh wait, what? Oh! I got the insane mesh tank top, right? If that ups my drama, wouldn't that? It was drama? No, drama suggested that I talk to the thing. So maybe if I try again downstairs. Chatbot drama wants you to yell in the furnace again. Okay, yeah. Then we'll do it. We'll do it, baby. Here we go. Another one for sing from the diaphragm. Physical instrument success. Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes through the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then, hello? You hear a woman's voice answer. Hello, are you there? I summon the ghost of this doomed commercial area. Answer me, spirit. Perception hearing. Success. You hear a low rumble upstairs. The sound of a curtain being pulled aside. After you, officer. Look at this! Look at this! Okay. See? I tell you, it's the easy game. And it's for babies. Hoda! Whoa! Goro, what are you doing up here? This tray is full of dice. Colorful polyhedral dice. Hundreds of them. The candy dispenser has been repurposed to contain thousands of dice. Hey.
Hello, I'm Nia.
A bird-like woman sits on a throne of tools with emerald light shining through her hair.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Melius.
She taps on her headphones.
So what kind of die are you looking for?
Visual calculus easy. Success. She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching. Hold on. What do you mean by milieu?
Yes, a milieu is like like a calling station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these.
She pats the headphones on the table.
Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
Why are you asking me about dice?
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
Encyclopedia success. Role-playing games. You know, the one made by Fortress Accident. Does that count? Sure, I like role-playing games, and I need some
Very
dice.
good. My rate is 10 real per set, unless you want something really unusual. Take a look around and see if there is any particular stone you want to use.
The walls around her are covered with rows of precious stones and minerals. Conceptualization success. It almost looks as if the stones and dice are a natural part of the room, growing out of the shelves like stalagmites. Drama success. No falsehoods are present. She's a novelty dice maker and doesn't have anything to hide. Ask what you need. What do you know about the man who was lynched behind the whirling in rags? Nothing really. I didn't know him. Kim. The lieutenant looks at his notebook, then the woman under the large window. Your window looks directly into the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening? I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind the window. And you never took your eyes off the work to look out the window? I might have, she admits, but in this case, all I could have seen had been my own reflection staring back from the darkness. Visual calculus. It's light here, but dark in the yard at night. It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get to look out the window when I'm in the zone. Do you often work Sunday nights? It's an odd profession, making dice for people, but I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home. What do you mean by the daily ruckus? Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard. She stops to try and come up with an example. During tangy times, there are usually those kids, and lately I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike. Drama success. She's heard of the murderer, but did not see it, sire. She looks up at the window. Pale light comes in. But I never saw anyone during the fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid. I see. Thank you for your answers. And she nods. So what is this stuff? We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know. She looks at the ruddy bricks that make up the walls, even though they've all been repainted and there are still signs of coal-black soot here and there. But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I really don't have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus. Creative. The lieutenant looks around in the spacious room, its ceiling fading into the shadows above. Reaction speed success. When she arrived here, there was no room anywhere else. She must have known the other businesses. Do you know what happened to the other tenants? Everyone else is gone. More or less. She adjusts the yellow scarf that covers her hair. Are you interested in anyone specific? Oh, quite a lot of them spring to mind. What happened to the gym downstairs? It wasn't merely a gym. It was Artemitip's Boxing Club, a community project created to steer at-risk youth away from crimes and drugs. How did that... who is Artemitip? A kind man from Sizimski. I had heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym. That's his way of giving back. Maybe that's what Kuno needs, a community-centric boxing club. Kuno. Who's Kuno? He's a little ginger gremlin who likes to defile dead bodies. Oh yes, you mean the kid with the sailor's mouth. Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard. She looks out of the window. It's oddly quiet there at the moment. I think it will take more than a gym to help that kid. Judging from the kids, how did the community project work out? It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines. It's not really full of that. No one would store their drugs like that. Eventually, the coalition... Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since. There used to be a hair salon next to the bookstore, right? Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that world. Conceptualization. A bit of experimenting every now and then isn't bad. Composure. It's not about haircut, it's about the confidence. The customer should have been more up. No. Nothing wrong with experimenting. I guess it just wasn't the time yet. She tucks a strand of hair under her scarf. There's just a bunch of other stuff. The machine next to the blackboard in the main room. Fortress Accident, the radio game studio. She closes her eyes as some remnant of a memory lights up her face. They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Warhol. They certainly took their work very seriously, even if it seemed to be chronically liberal with their schedules. What do you mean liberal? What happened? The usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time. What went wrong? Well, I did hear them talking at times. She looks at the hallway as if she can still hear them chit-chat behind her curtains on a cigarette break. They seem to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest. She sounds almost mocking when she says that. They must have been on a gigantic ego trip. That's what I thought, because when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and so on. In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic and to show up to work on time. Yeah, they should have tried harder. I don't know. Still, not everyone is going to make it. She tosses a pair of dice on the table. One of them stops near the edge of the metallic desk. That's the nature of the game. The result is 1 on a 20-sided dice. The ice cream company? Oh boy. The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas. Yeah. There was really just one, and it involved picking out the prettiest girl in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth. And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you even dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing. She leans back, disapproving. I mean, that's nothing. But they did show up to work, and not alone. There were also acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the ice cream stand. And they already had the bear. She closes her eyes as if remembering something painful. It didn't work out? Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wanted ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted. Eventually, Revachol Ice City lost the price war to its rival, Glacé 5000. Glacé 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece out of regular fridges. I killed the bear. You unplugged it. You did what? She rolls her swivel chair an inch closer to you, unsure whether she heard you right. I unplugged the fridge to help Revachol Ice City cut their losses. Ah, of course, they left it plugged in. Even in death, the bear is costing them money. The taxidermist who made it said it was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. He called it Megatherion. Sounds cool. Very cool, but I don't want to hear about bears anymore. Let's move on. Okay, so... Oh, are we really doing this? Oh, Jiminy Bimini. Did I... Oh, okay, I won't get this yet until I finish. Debris in the hallway. This is a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. Turns out business was actually was set up as a front for an illicit group who was producing snuff milieus. Who would have guessed? What's a snuff milieu? And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway, and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own. What's a snuff milieu? It's a sub-Rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders with real victims. Some people pay good money to get off on it. Nothing in her tone changes as she says that. It's as if it's just another piece of information to lay out for our world. Don't worry, the ICP has a separate division that deals exclusively with unlicensed sub-Rosas. The lieutenant turns to you. This isn't our problem. Good luck with that. Okay, yeah. Stuffed animals. You mean the taxidermist, Mr. Fabrone? No, he mostly just did drugs. Mannequins? There used to be a fashion maker atelier here, but I've forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple years until the insect rights activists came. I didn't know insects had any rights or activists. Yeah, well, the atelier didn't know that either. They produced a certain collection that used the chitin among the materials. Apparently, chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings. And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident? The activists shut down the biggest chitin suppliers, which of course caused the price to skyrocket. And actually, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection. It's a bad idea. At least it had some spark to it. Most young designers just combine lace with leather and call it original. She shifts in her simple workwear shirt. As she shifts around, you notice several dead flies on the windowsill in front of her. Legs up. They're not moving. Rotor blades and skis. They were made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money. She rests her chin on her head with an impish smile. Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think today he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tallulah or Timor-Tiri or Kashtkor or wherever he is. Why hasn't he been arrested? Sure, it's illegal, but it's not exactly anything extraordinary in business. Besides, Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47. I have no idea why those skis and blades are still around. They were just props. Why return to them? Okay. So, are there just too many things for me to get? Can I type number 9? Oh, there we go. I found the building's intercom, but seems like most of the doorbells are not working. Oh, right. She rubs her forehead. Her scarf has left a faint line on her dusty skin. I hope you didn't try to ring me. I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires. Sorry about the confusion. So you're telling me that you have a doorbell there. Which one? The one with an empty name card. It's the last one on the list. As I said, it's quite useless right now. It doesn't work yet. Can I... Okay. 0? Can I take 10? No. No. Oh, you know why? Is it because I have the text size turned up? That would be very stupid of this game. It is! That's very stupid. I turned the size of the text up because some of us are reading this. Alright. Were there more questions about the intercom? No. It could, I don't know that I actually had a chance to update this game, so maybe there's a chance that I need to get an update or something. Good. I hope I clarified things. Goodness gracious, we really didn't need to go through all that, huh? Alright, we'll leave. Let's turn the fucking text size back up. It's so small. Thought complete, a lonesome long way home. Here we go, home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake, the Frozen Eye at the center of the district, then past the video rental store on the corner, and there at the end of the street, lined with pine trees, a small house, no larger than a matchbox, 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone, and so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now. Learning cap for perception has been raised to 5. Speed gives 1 psych. That's stupid. That's stupid. Stupid. Okay. Whatever. Rhetoric. Hey. Psst. Who, me? Yes, you. Word on the street is that you're ready to start building communism again. Again? Yes. You're ready to start building communism again. You've built it before. They've built it before. Hasn't really worked out yet, but neither has the love. Should we stop building love too? Can't argue with that. So what about all that communism you promised to build? Word on the street is you've woken up from 1,000 years of slumber, promising to erect a version of communism many times greater than any attempted before. Is that true? How come there's word on the street? You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pocket, literally murder all human beings regardless of their political beliefs, that kind of stuff. Funky style. Very funky. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder, or do we get right down to it? All right. Roll uppers. Let's get to work. Oh yeah. Get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready. Wait. Firing squads. Too late to back out. You can't make an omelet without breaking a few million eggs. Roll your sleeves up further and breathe in the pristine air. Finish Solomon. Mazovian socioeconomics. People think communism was some crazy idea it had come up its 40 years ago. A fever that shook the world never to return again. They were right, until he woke up today. A spiritual corpse responsive only to the call of the Commodore Red, prostitutes, and Krasmazov. For him, communism is still a thing. He will single-handedly raise the commune of O2 back from the oceanic trench where it has been resting, covered in ghosts and seaweed. He's the big communism builder. Come witness his attempt to rebuild communism in the year 51. All right. There we go. I would like to... we're done with some of this stuff, right? We are done with with checking out the doomed commercial area. Oh, ask her about the curse. Jesus. Okay. Hey, curse. You curse. Doomed. I've heard the stories, but I don't think any of them are true. Placence is the one who sent me. She's convinced the place is swarming with malicious energies. Placence, the bookshop lady? She raises her eyebrows. I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies inspired her somehow? It's not really. I actually think it's probably not doing too well. Alright. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex. The whirling isn't doing well either. Its wages just took off and customers have trouble paying bills. And then there's me. She sighs and looks at her messy work table. All kind of tools lie there scattered, from knives to carving flies to wire cutters. I've been here 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million real business idea, yet somehow I've survived, despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it? Maybe it's just because she's so talented that she's been able to woo the curse. I'll be the first to admit there are many inconsistencies with the so-called curse. I was just about to ask, what do you think? Do you think the curse is real? No, there's no curse. Exactly. Truth is always so disappointingly mundane and boring. But I'm glad we got this sorted out. Anything else I can help you with today? That's all she has to say on the subject. She's been thorough and truthful, as far as we can see. No. Alright, let's go, lady. Oh, I have to go up and around, right? Come on. Come on, my man. Alright. We're gonna turn this into a thing. I'm gonna call it for the night. My throat really hurts. This has been a lot of fun. But ooh, fuck me. Lot of talking. Alright, Goral.
You're alive and well. Don't keep me waiting now. What's in there? In that dark sarcophagus?
The dark sarcophagus. Tell her how ghastly it was. You know it's what she wants to hear. It was a charnel house of failed business enterprises, leeching life from the bookstore. Honestly, a dump. Nothing to see there, just heaps of garbage. Someone should let the sunshine in. It's a dump. But what else did you find? Did anything survive? No, of course not. Have you located the entity? I talked to the entity you talked about. Her name is Niha, and she's a novelty dice maker. A novelty dice maker? Her eyes widened. Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice for some sort of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep. She's a businesswoman. She's not the one to blame. She's a businesswoman like you. She looks perplexed. I understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How does she explain the curse? Logic success. The narrative she's built herself, it does need tearing down. Composure success. She's squeezing on the pendant too tight. A drop of blood on her palm. Drama success. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire? No curse. I don't have an answer yet. She says there is no curse. There are too many inconsistencies. The woman scoffs at you with an audible snort. Too many inconsistencies? What kind of talk is that? Rhetoric success. Good luck persuading her. Some people can rationalize anything. First, you're one of the inconsistencies. I'm not doing as well as it looks I am, she grasps her pendant. I only have my Seminese wards to thank for the protection they provide. Well, as I said, she's a novelty dice maker. Her business has been up and running for a long time now. Yes, because her business consists of psychic leech that's been feeding the curse. Red blotches appear on her skin. I see you've fallen for her manipulation, detective. The investigation is over. I just hope that you haven't made anything worse by going in there. Fuck off! Thank you for nothing. Please do buy some books or be on your way. There is never any other way this would have gone. She's just too far gone into her own mind. I am sorry we had to disappoint you, ma'am. Can we go? God damn. Oh, fucking. Jesus, Beavis. Okay. Well. Great. Oh, okay. Well, look. I'm going to call it there for the game for right now. And I'm going to call it for... Chatbot says, see what you get for telling the truth? I guess I did lying to her. I mean, I wanted to her... I don't know. Lying to her doesn't seem like that would solve anything either. Though it would have been funny. Alright, well, I'm going to call it there for Friday Night Bryce, which I don't condone. That is an illegal marketing term. Thank you guys so much for watching tonight. I think either Saturday or Sunday there might be another stream pop up a little earlier in the day. We'll see. Just keep an eye out. I want to do the little watch together thing that I had talked about a little while ago. So I think we might do that Saturday or Sunday, depending on how my day goes. But thank you guys so much for watching. This was very cool, Disco Elysium. I don't know if this is certainly not going to be the every week. I can't do this every week. I can't do 4 hours of Disco. I can't read this much every week. It's gonna kill me. But maybe we will come back to this at some point. In fact, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I really like this though. This is really I don't know. That TBD. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be back with more Friday Night Bryce another time.